doing a little review of the TC-03 RC car. I have it right here without the bodies. We've got two bodies right here. Just focus in on those. You can see them both. We've got silver and blue, and the blue one doesn't have a spoiler. Then back to this thing right here. This is what you're actually going to get under the, I guess you could say, a hood. Which, just to point out the main features, it's a nice, strong plastic, basically chassis. You've got a really high impact front. I mean, seriously, you can think of this thing at full speed into a brick wall, and it's not going to hurt the car. The back is a little bit more sensitive, but it does have this nice bumper right here. And if you have the body on, the back of the car body will protect the actual car itself. Now on to the more sensitive things. I have a battery right here. This is the battery that comes with it. It's a rechargeable battery, and I mean, it's okay, but we're going to get to that later. Then we have right here all the guts of the car. We've got the engine, we've got the controller receiver, we've got the electronic stability control, and then we've got electronic speed control. I mean, it's a really nice car, basically, for what you're paying for it. And now let's go a little bit more in-depth review, and over to Will.
Okay, guys, so it's Will here, and the car that you're getting right now is a basic chassis. It comes with a good servo. The suspension is pretty good, but the suspension, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is not for racing. The suspension is good, but if you're thinking about racing, then you're going to want to get at least some better shocks. The shocks are good, you guys, but it's not real stiff for racing. It's a hobby brand car, which is surprising for its price. You'll be spending about $90 on this car, which isn't really that much for a hobby brand this good. It's very good for beginners, you guys. It's not too fast. The motor could be more powerful, but then again, you're not paying that much. So, you kind of got to expect that. I mean, the low price comes, with drawbacks, and the motor is a little bit of a drawback. But, as you saw in the intro clip, it goes pretty fast. It has enough power. It's four-wheel drive, shaft-driven, so it's got a lot going for it. Handle's really nice. The battery isn't off aftermarket. It's pretty good, but it's more of a stock battery. It's kind of what you're going to expect. It isn't really that special. Nothing special. I'm going to guess about 15 milliamps, I'm sorry, you guys. Maybe 7.2 volts. It's not too powerful, you guys. So the best way to improve the performance on this car might be to get some better gears and then get a better battery. The battery isn't, really good. The motor isn't too powerful. But really, other than that, the only other drawback can be that I personally bought it off of a website. I didn't really know the website that well, and they gave me two different crystals for the controller. And as you can see, you guys, one of the crystals goes in there, in the back of the controller. One of the crystals goes in here to the receiver, which this goes to the servo, and there you go. But they didn't match, you guys. So if your car doesn't work, or it's going crazy, why don't I give you guys an example of how it goes a bit crazy. If you turn it on, which the battery isn't in there, battery pack fits right in here. I'm just kind of putting it in. It'll go a bit crazy like this, you guys, if it doesn't have anything coming at it. But, all hobby brands do that. You just got to turn your controller on first, and that's about it. So there's most of the bad stuff, you guys. So back to Nick.
Okay, everybody, it's Nick again. Now, we're going to go back to the four-wheel drive. It's really nice because if this thing wasn't four-wheel drive, it would probably be rear-wheel driven. And that's not good because this car would be powerful enough if it was rear-wheel driven to be popping wheelies. And you really don't want that with a car like this. This car is not for wheeling. This car is for doing things like like donuts and drifting. And now we're gonna go to the
easier to control for beginners.
yeah, really, basically. Now we're basically gonna go to the battery, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about the turning radius adjustment. And I really think that this is a very strong point of the car, because it makes the whole thing so much easier. It's this little knob right